Mana is nominated as the Brazilian to represent Brazil in the Goyas for Best Ibero-American Film, and we are very honored and proud to be representing Brazil and to be representing women. And in a category where I'm lucky enough to be along two other women filmmakers, Dolores Fonzi and Patricia Velasquez, and that's very important that we keep telling our stories and that the world is hearing what we have to say and our films are being recognized. And so I'm very happy, and I hope that every woman and girls or anyone who has suffered any kind of violence will feel seen, will feel heard, will feel embraced and encouraged to break their silences by watching Manas. When I first heard about the cases of sexual exploitation against very young women and girls in the Marajó Island, my first impulse was, I need to tell this story. I mean, the whole world needs to know what's going on. We have to come together as a society to help those women, and that's how Manas was born. And it became a fiction because I understood very soon that it would be impossible for me to put women and girls in front of the camera and ask them to recount traumatic experiences. And so fiction and, you know, the language, the tools of fiction filmmaking allowed me to tell this story in a very respectful and sensitive way that I would be able not to impose more violence while telling this story. Because the violence against women is systemic, right? I was just talking about how, I mean, we're living in a patriarchal, sexist and society, and where men think they have the right over our lives, our bodies, our existence, and they think they can do whatever they want with us. The power of Manas and how it has been connecting with audiences all over the world, it's that unfortunately this violence is systemic and it happens to women and girls everywhere. Right? I mean, the context of how it happens in Marajó Island, it's very specific of that region, you know, in its economical, political, geographical specificities, but sexual exploitation happens everywhere in the world, everywhere in Brazil. And sexual violence inside our own homes happens, you know, next to us. It happens here in Madrid, it happens in Rio de Janeiro, it happens in New York, and it happens to everyone. It doesn't matter, you know, what level of, you know, of scholarship you have. It doesn't matter, you know, what kind of economic resources you have. It doesn't matter what religion you have.